MASL would like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of the Major Arena Soccer League on MASL TV. I'm Peyton Behrens, alongside me, the one and only Cole Weaver, and we have a good one tonight. The Tacoma Stars play host to Utica City FC, and Cole, Tacoma needs to bounce back off of a home loss, their first one of the season, last weekend to the Empire Strikers. Who better than the bottom of the table Utica City FC to come to town, pay Tacoma a visit, and hopefully Tacoma can get 6 points across this doubleheader weekend.
Yeah, really good opportunity here. Coming off a full week of training, I had the opportunity to chat with some of the players pre-game here, and every single one of them had the same message of it's been really good to get a full week of training, not have to do any travel, and they're looking to take home all the points this weekend for sure.
And no travel midweek. I mean, that's a massive for the Tacoma Stars here. One name that I want to look at tonight, though, is Luis Beretta. I mean, he's been such a star for the Tacoma Stars, pun intended, throughout the season. Taking over the starting job, Luis Beretta has come in. He's top 3 in goals against average across this league. He is needed night in, night out for these Tacoma Stars to be victorious and try and get a win. Talk a little bit about Luis Beretta.
Yeah, I mean, as a goalkeeper myself, you have such an important role to play, and when your goalkeeper is playing well, the team in front of you feel really confident and can take some of those extra risks, knowing that they have someone back there that's going to make game-saving challenges and wins throughout the course of the match. And at the end of the day, Brett has been improving every single game. He has someone like Danny Waltman behind him, which he's learning from. And so seeing him warm up there, he's in his zone, and looking to see him continue his good performances.
Some of the veterans to keep an eye on tonight are guys like Mike Ramos, Jamel, Juice Cox, and heck, I'm going to throw Logan Jones in that veteran category. Talk about the veteran presence that this team has and how big and impactful that is on a night-in, night-out basis.
Yeah, and it's definitely been a transition, obviously, over the last year, losing someone like Nick Prairie. You obviously have to bring it up, but that trio that you mentioned, they have such a good chemistry and they bring such a good culture to this environment, and seeing that within the team, these home games, there's a reason they're so hard to beat, and I think it definitely has to do a lot with those three themselves. With
Utica coming to town tonight, a homecoming for former Tacoma Star Willie Spur. Excited to see what Willie can do in this building where he played so well.
Yeah, Willie's such a technical player. He's so good on the ball. He's so calm in possession. So the Stars are going to look to disrupt it with their energy and their pressing, and obviously, again, a full week of rest. They should be able to do that pretty well.
Kickoff coming up next, right here on MASL TV.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Becker here, your head coach of the Tacoma Stars. We use Techie at trainings, building better players one touch at a time.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Welcome back into the accesso ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Behrens, Cole Weaver, here to bring you all the action tonight as Tacoma Stars play host to Utica City FC. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. Take a look at the Tacoma Stars special edition jerseys. It's a collaboration with the Tacoma Galaxy. The Galaxy played a doubleheader game just before the Tacoma Stars today. You love seeing the collaboration between Tacoma Stars, Tacoma Galaxy. Those are some sharp-looking kits we got on tonight, Cole.
Yeah, they got good branding, and I'm always a fan of the kits that they put out, and getting your hands on those, it's a hot commodity.
Think you can predict the MASL? Head over to nxtbets.com to place your wagers on all the MASL action this season. Cole. Let's talk about it tonight then. Predict the MASL. Predict it tonight. What way do you see this going, and who do you see coming out on top?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting game. You know, just watching both teams in pregame warm-ups as well as in the tunnel and during some of the walkouts, I see a lot of energy. I see a lot of character. I see a lot of potential flair. So I do see this being a high-scoring affair, and I think both teams are going to come out of the gates really hot.
Capelli Sport is the official and preferred uniform partner and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. We are just about to get kicked off and get underway here at the ShoWare Center. Mike Ramos stands over the ball. Willie Spur is in the starting 6 for Utica City. A couple of guys out giving him hugs, high fives just before kickoff. Excited to see what Willie Spur and company do tonight for this Utica squad.
Yeah, once the ball's rolling here, no love lost. Stars are out for business. We talked about it pre-game, Peyton, but they're going to look to take all the points this weekend. It's a unique opportunity for both teams to get to know each other tonight, and tomorrow they're going to have another opportunity to go at it.
Alongside Willie Spur out there is Gio Alves, Manny Silva, Brian Wilkins is in goal, Juan Avala, and Sergio Pinal. Watch out for Pinal. 10 goals so far on the season, 8 games played. He's wearing the number 33 in the white, and he is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he's one of those players that just at a glance, you'd expect him to put himself around and really impose himself on the game.
Her referees are settling an issue momentarily. Your crew chief is Arturo Ibarra. Our referee is Drew Klemp. Our assistant referee is John Snyder. Fourth official is Craig Allen. And in the penalty box is Isabel Trulio. And we are set to get things going. Ramos with the kickoff to captain Alex Caceres. And the Tacoma Stars are underway. They're wearing the all-blue jerseys with the pinkish-purple accents. I believe my wife would call that magenta. I, on one hand, am not great with shades of colors, Cole.
Hey, you're learning. It's good, though.
Tacoma Stars going left to right across your screen. So a doubleheader weekend. Utica clearly straight out of the gates looks like they're going to try and sit back and maybe play more of a low block. They're not going to try and transition as much as you might think and try and save some legs because they know they got 60 minutes tonight and 60 more tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's a common theme of our conversations every weekend, but you know, when you have a team traveling from New York and coming off of a game on Monday, it's an important topic to discuss, especially when their opponents have had an entire week of rest. They're feeling fresh. Their last game was at home, so they haven't been on a plane for quite some time. You have to expect that goes into the game plan.
It's probably a good thing Utica's on the road right now with everything that's happening across the United States. Massive cold fronts, insane amounts of snow and freezing temperatures. Hope everyone's staying warm out there. Beretta turns the ball over in the box. He goes sliding. It's going to be a blue card. Trouble for the Stars early.
Little bit of an early mishap here. You know, the goalkeeper's going to be at fault, and he is. But it also has to be said he was not put into a good position from Logan Jones. He made that tackle and immediately stood up and had some words. And Logan Jones is experienced enough to understand that that's not really the time or place to be going back to your keeper. Ureta probably should have got rid of it with his first touch, and he elected to try to dribble out of pressure. Danny Waltman's called into action very early into this game.
Amadi was the one who was fouled. It's going to be a penalty kick opportunity. Waltman, I will say, pregame, stayed out on the field a little bit extra during warm-ups. He was getting some reps from what looked like a U12 team was on the field, taking some shots. They're a part of Steel United. So Danny Waltman, on this very same goal, was getting some warm-up penalty shots taken on him. Let's see if those come into effect, and if he saves this, we're going to have to thank the Steel United program. Waltman on his line. The shot, it's pocketed in the top corner. Utica on the road has an early lead.
Yeah, and there's some of that character that I was talking pre-game. Gordy Gerson just buries it. And, you know, we had some Snoop Dogg playing pre-game, and I saw him getting down to it over in that corner while the Stars were coming out. So You know, the celebration says enough. The Stars are off to a little bit of a rocky start, and it's an unforced error, but back to business.
Caceres is going to go long for Cox. Stars want to erase it immediately. Cox gets a shot off Wilkin off of his line, sends this ball all the way down in a 3-line violation. The Stars are going to get a reset in a favorable area.
And it's good to see that, just straight down the field and getting a shot on goal.
Hansen over the ball. He had one heck of a goal last weekend. Hansen on the run up. He's going to strike it. He's just wide. Misses Ramos chest high. Ramos battling for it. Stars begin to possess. Mendoza, his entry pass deflected away. Stars are 3-3 when the opponents score first so far this season. Briscoe into a dangerous area, puts it off the windows. Utica, on the other hand, 2-2-1 when opening scoring, so nothing really to tell. No team really commanding anything when either first to score or first to concede a goal. Correa with a good interception. This is Briscoe crossing the timeline. Briscoe down into the corner. Wilkin off his line. Misa Lopez with a shot. Briscoe second chance. It's Correa top of the arc. His pass doesn't get to Hernandez. Willie Spur intercepts. Here's Spur on the run. It's a strong overlapping run. Gerson the target in the middle. Stars shouting for a handball. Tavares plays all the way back.
First real opportunity of possession here, and they might take advantage.
Stevens into the corner. Jones gets a deflection. Briscoe tries to go through. Pinal, dangerous area. Spur in the corner. Pinal takes over. This ball gets swung around. Silva now. Spur intercepted by Briscoe. Silva to clean it up. Beretta gets his hands on it. Ball played forward for Misa Lopez. He's going to drop this ball all the way back for Jones, and the Stars go for a change.
Excellent save there by Beretta, and then on the other side, Misa Lopez, brilliant touch to bring it out of the sky, but then a clever 1-2 off the wall to maintain possession, allows his team to get the rotations and get their attacking force on.
Ramos tries to play a ball to a running in Mendoza, but it's just too far in front of him, and then a drop pass off the windows for Caceres. Nestor Hernandez in his first season with the Tacoma Stars, coming from the Dallas Sidekicks last year. Caceres inward for Mendoza. I mean, Utica coming in, getting an opening goal in that first, 90 seconds, really gives them the leading edge. I mean, that's exactly what you want on a doubleheader weekend. If I'm Utica, I'm playing all for nothing tonight and seeing what's left in the tank for tomorrow. Ramos with a turn, looks for Mendoza. Mendoza off the wall, had a cutting Caceres looking for the finish. And here's Hernandez cleaning up.
Yeah, especially with what you were mentioning early, it seems like they're going to be really comfortable sitting in their formation, holding space as they are now and pouncing on loose touches.
Pinal tries to dribble out of danger.
And ultimately, an early goal is going to really allow you to do that with some extra confidence.
Hernandez sheds off one defender, keeps dribbling, now passes for Caceres, and the Stars reset. Briscoe overlapped by Cox. Stars have a trio of changes. Lopez, Correa, Hansen get onto the field. Briscoe is going to scan and look. Caceres is going to slowly make his way to the bench, and Jones steps on. Rather defensive shape here. Correa, Jones, Hansen, Briscoe, Misa Lopez, all defenders by nature.
Very interesting. Misa Lopez has an eye for goal, and we saw last week with Chase Hansen. Has a rocket on him.
Here's Lopez. Lopez definitely has the shooting ability to be an attacker, and he's still learning the indoor game. But it's that play right there where it's the technical touches that need to develop for Misa Lopez.
A really exciting player nonetheless. He's got a really good work rate on him, which is so important within the game of indoor.
Sheeler. Utica finally getting a good spell of possession here. If you're joining us a little bit late, welcome to the party. It's a 1-0 Utica lead off of a PK. Beretta had to come out of the box in a jam. Ended up taking out the attacker Amati, and it led to a Gerson penalty, which was converted. Danny Waltman came in off the bench. Couldn't make the save. It was a perfectly placed, perfectly executed penalty. And that has Utica up 1-0 on the road.
I really like that matchup there. Two big bodies going to be going at it all night. Tavares and Logan Jones, as you can see, they're looking to isolate him and find him off of a ricochet on the boards. And communication with the goalkeeper is so important.
This is Tavares. Hansen looking to double. Hansen does. Whistle blown as Tavares was taken off of his feet. Alves comes onto the field. He's standing over the free kick. Here's another look at that foul as Hansen comes in. Ball played to the top of Madi. Almost loses it. Last second, Alves comes crashing in. He deflects a shot off of Briscoe that lands him in the same spot just moments ago. Amati with a strike. And I believe in the NBA, that's a moving screen. In this sport, just off the ball contact that leads to a foul. Beretta dials up long distance looking for Ramos. It's a 3-line violation. Beretta's eyes got too big, and this is going to come all the way back.
Yeah, just unnecessary. Looking to play quick, and the young goalkeeper needs to take a breath, and the next couple spells of possession allow everybody to reset.
Pass perfectly placed down low. Gerson was almost able to find a second off of the pass from Alves. Ramos and Cox team up against the windows. Play back and forth with one another. Here's a turnover, though, as Cox tried to drop back for Hernandez. Ramos goes to the bench. Kyle Rivers slides on. Penal. Splits between two, Mendoza and Jones. Mendoza gets the last laugh. Kyle Rivers, he's in a 1-on-3. He's got to drop back. Turns upfield. Penal's going to take that away. It's a big body in Penal, and he uses it well.
Yeah, that's impressive from the forward there. Loses the ball and just continues to track down and doesn't give up. Could have very easily just forced him backwards and then let his team fall into shape, but now they're working through 50-50s to win the ball back.
Caceres. High work rate, ends up winning back the ball, but only momentarily. Utica in possession. Sheeler, left foot strike, it's up and over into the netting. 6:43 remaining in this first quarter. And that's going to lead us into the media timeout. Utica on the road leads the Tacoma Stars 1-0. Don't go anywhere. The rest of the first quarter coming up next on MASL TV.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars. Go Stars!
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
The lights are bright, the fans are loud. It's Utica City taking on the Tacoma Stars. Stream it live on MASLplus.tv. Replay the game on demand, clip it, share it, and live it again. Make sure to favorite your team to get instant updates on every game. Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver, the Tacoma Stars trail Utica City 1-0. Beretta gets things restarted. Tacoma still hasn't put a great shot on goal yet to challenge goalkeeper Brian Wilkin. Maybe this is it, though. Briscoe lays off for Correa. Correa for Hansen. Hansen goes flying into the boards. Thought Correa might have opted to take that shot on.
Yeah, I was in between thoughts there and couldn't squeak it through to Hansen, but it's been a good start coming off of the media timeout. And Peyton, we talked about this pre-game. Having a break in your travel in the middle of the season can help or it can hurt, in the sense that maybe you lose your rhythm. The touches that you had before maybe aren't working as smoothly. The plays that were coming together.
Mendoza left-footed ball into a dangerous spot. Ramos taken off of his feet. Whistle's going to be blown. He's inside the box.
And I might be eating my words because they've started really hot here now.
Oh, I thought Ramos was inside the box, but they're going to spot this inside the arc. So a good opportunity ahead for the Tacoma Stars with 5:55 remaining in the first quarter. Cox stands over it. Mendoza's to his right. Douglas Lima, far right side, and down in the corners, Caceres. Cox on the run-up. Cox goes for Lima. Lima's shot, it's low, and it's a great save from Wilkins. Here's a breakout opportunity for Utica. Stars still trying to get numbers back. Cox is able to get a good toe poke in. Mendoza plays right back up the boards. Caceres makes a dangerous run. Cox with a step over. Turns the ball over under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, Cox will be kicking himself on that one. That would have been a really good chance to continue to put their foot on the gas, but here come Utica the other direction.
Jones steps in well. Amati. Penal. Left foot strike. Puts it off the corner of the boards. Gets a good deflection to the middle, just no one home. Here's Briscoe violently running his way up the boards.
I think that's just how Kai Briscoe runs. I'd be scared to see him run violently. I don't think I have, and I've seen him run a lot.
Here's a good diagonal ball looking for Ramos. Ramos finds himself. Lima goes airborne, just misses out. Ramos thought about the full volley. Little hip check there. Ramos stays alive. Jones on top of the ball. Douglas Lima. Lima splits some defenders and finds Correa. Correa trying to go to Ramos inside, couldn't. Wilkin sends this forward. Beretta off of his line. Beretta, just a soft touch to Jones. That's a great touch. Ramos, he's isolated up top. All the Stars went for a change after he received that ball.
Yeah, we talked about Beretta pregame and taking charge of little moments like that. Give confidence to your team. Small pieces look simple, but I promise you it's not.
Sheeler back for Spur. Sheeler in the corner. Very active forward. Here's a strike off the wall. Mendoza plays forward for Hansen. Hansen, he had Rivers running and he could see him without even looking. Unfortunately, the defender, Gerson, was able to get in the way.
So close there from Kyle Rivers being through on goal, and just looked like Hansen scuffed his pass. Wasn't able to get clean contact.
Briscoe got a little handsy. Thought a foul was going to be called. Here's Penal all the way up top. Has a runner down the middle. Couldn't find him early enough. Trying to turn Jones. Penal goes through the back of Briscoe. Advantage given, but now we're going to bring it back for a foul. The Stars didn't have much momentum going forward. think Briscoe's going to remember that one going through the rest of the game.
Yeah, and something tells me there's going to be a couple more of those challenges. I think tempers could very easily start to flare throughout this match. Just seems like the type of characters that are on the field right now. It's great for the spectator.
We oftentimes talk about things boiling over or building up in soccer, but in the indoor game, I think there's something about putting a roof over the field that really just helps the pressure build. It's like an instant pot.
I would agree.
Lopez plays Briscoe on the strike. Hansen's header back towards the bench. Caceres keeps it in.
Did you ever run through the hallways in middle school or elementary school and you felt like you were faster?
Just because of the presence of the walls there?
I think that's how it is with indoor.
That makes a lot of sense. I like that connection. Here's Lima. Right foot strike. Wilkin does a good job getting two hands to it, pushes it away. Here's a good diagonal ball down the field. Centered. Taking a touch, Beretta off his line, ball still bouncing. Hernandez makes a great save. He says Steffens no. Tacoma Stars dodged a bullet. The defensive effort keeps this thing a one-goal game.
Wow, and it took everybody to do so. Beretta comes off his line quickly and correctly as he should, and the save, he gets just enough on it as you see it bouncing, but Hernandez does what an experienced defender does and gets back into the space.
Mendoza couldn't connect on the Lopez heel flick. Hansen takes a rip. It's just above the crossbar. Stars are crashing. Stars are scoring. It's Jamel Juice Cox. Who else? The Tacoma Stars have leveled it with under 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. They turned chaos into a goal, and it was at the hands of Chase Hansen laying another strike on goal. I think the offensive abilities are heating up for number 2.
Chase Hansen has got an eye for goal now. We're seeing him. It's not the first one he's had even tonight. And adding that little bit of X-factor pressure towards the top of the D, it's going to open up space, and someone like the Juice is going to be able to bury those 9 times out of 10. 1-1 as we approach the end of the first quarter.
Tacoma able to level things after not getting a whole lot going forward on goal. I mean, they had 1 or 2 moments maybe in this opening 15 minutes, but that's huge. Just before the end of the quarter, to be able to net that, Jamel Cox showing up at just the right time.
Been a common theme, I would say, throughout the course of the Star season, especially at home here. Fairly level, more of a defensive battle early on. We see things open up in the third and fourth quarter typically.
Calling all artists, head to MASLsoccer.com to take part in the first ever MASL coloring contest. 3 winners will receive a $100 gift certificate to Capelli Sport. Don't delay, submissions are due February 1st. Briscoe to the corner. Briscoe still battling. Wilkin into a challenge, and the whistle's blown. I don't think that that's a foul if it's on a traditional outfield player, but there to protect the goalkeeper, I think that that foul is justified.
Yeah. You know, again, as a goalkeeper myself, I sway on both sides of the table with that. Sometimes I feel like goalkeepers are protected a little bit too much. And
Wilkin with a missed touch. He loses his footing. He kicks the ball up off the scoreboard. It ends up in the first row. Yeah, and the Stars might end up throwing a challenge flag here because Wilkin might have handled that ball into the corner, which would lead to a blue card in a power play situation. So Becker's thinking about it right now on the bench.
And I saw that initially. It bounced up on him. This is a classic case of ball don't lie.
So no flag thrown. Hansen on the run-up tries to place it around Spur straight into the wall. And he's got to go all the way back for Beretta with 25 seconds on the clock. Beretta crosses the defensive line, sends this ball into the corner. Ramos couldn't bring it down. Hansen challenges. This ball now splits its way all the way to the back. Beretta under 10 seconds on the clock. Cox goes forward. This is Caceres. Mendoza hits just enough of a ball that's going to run out the clock. And there you have it. We got a 1-1 first quarter, a good one on our hands. We got a lot more of first half action just around the corner. Don't go anywhere. It's MASL TV.
Bob's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babes.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com. Peyton Barron's, Cole Weaver, Tacoma Stars won, Utica City won, and an exciting first quarter for just 2 goals apiece, or 2 goals total in this. We had the penalty goal, which was from the Beretta blue card. He ends up serving it. Goal scored on the penalty shot. On the other side of things, Jamel Cox ends up scoring off of a great place shot from Chase Hansen. Put a ball into a good, dangerous area. Tacoma Stars capitalized on it. Love the first quarter for both sides. I think both sides have a lot of positives to look at following that opening 15 minutes.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think it's gone to game script as we expected. You know, up here in the booth, we love our stats, we love our historicals. You know, the last time out for Utica against Baltimore, they ended the first quarter tied 1-1 as well. They ended up getting the job done 4-2 there. So we'll see how this second quarter presents. Maybe a little bit of history to repeat itself. That ended up remaining at deadlock 1-1, so a little bit more of a defensive battle. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that here tonight.
It's only the third meeting between these two sides. Each team have won the game at home. Utica, a 9-4 win dating back to 2022. Tacoma, a 10-7 win dating back to 2024. So the third meeting between these two sides. Winner tonight takes a good grasp in the all-time series between each other. But then we'll do it again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You got a back-to-back doubleheader weekend.
And I think that's so unique when you have teams that know that they're going to be facing off again the next evening. You get to learn a lot about each other, and these players are going to get very, very familiar very quickly.
Back underway. Second quarter action. Good diagonal ball up the wall. Briscoe's chasing it defensively. Little heel flick, and he got pushed as he was flicking that ball back to Manny Silva. Silva sitting at 2 goals on the season so far. A speedy and dangerous player. Briscoe feeds this ball all the way down to Lopez. Lopez waits for the overlapping Correa, lays him off, but it's read really well into the corner by Belliard.
A little heavy on that pass from Misa Lopez. You could see it in his eyes. He wanted to take that strike on. I think it was the correct decision to play it off to Carrera, but wasn't able to connect well.
Correa back for Hernandez. Tacoma Stars are wearing special edition jerseys tonight to honor the Tacoma Galaxy on Salute to Women's Soccer Night. These jerseys are designed by ProTime Sports, and they'll be auctioned off via the Live Sports app, or excuse me, the Live Source app. If you download the Live Source app and set your location for Kent, Washington, you can find the bid that is live on these Tacoma Star, Tacoma Galaxy jerseys. Mendoza for Ramos. A little cheeky chip over the top, but Cox ran underneath it. Wilkin throws a laser beam forward. Hansen wins it. Hansen carried all the way forward, didn't get any help. Alves ends up winning the challenge. Diagonal ball targeting Teixeira. Line drives one. It's off Jones's leg. Teixeira will end up with the goal. And it's 2-1.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's really well worked. And it's extremely unfortunate from a Stars point of view, but that's what you're taught, especially in those winger-esque positions. Fire that ball across the face of goal, low and hard, and good things will happen for you. Logan Jones didn't know anything about it. You know, you would have had to have superhuman reflexes to be able to shift his feet.
So it's 2-1. Utica leads. Tacoma Stars have given up some kind of sloppy goals. A blue card, penalty shot early, and now a deflection goal. That's just a driven ball into a dangerous area. Utica, they lead into the second quarter on the road. Tough cross-country flight coming in. They find themselves in a good spot in game one of a doubleheader weekend. Correa, Topo, Briscoe puts that ball off the side of the official. Mamma mia, he was not expecting that. Correa finds Caceres. Caceres, heel flick. Shots just wide from Lopez. Header, Correa, he goes flying.
Somehow that ball stays out. My word.
The Tacoma Stars like to get chaotic in front of goal tonight. Apparently that's the recipe and that's what's in the sauce.
I think that's our second flying scissor kick from Correa. Both of them almost went in, by the way.
Adrian's midweek training must have been at a trampoline center because he's just bouncing.
Yeah, and really well seen by the captain Caceres to just roll that ball backwards, and just nobody could fire it home. Really important opportunity missed, though. Remains 2-1.
Pinal drops back, looks for Alava. This is Gerson, the opening goal scorer. Knocks the ball forward, looking for Pinal. Pinal trying to turn Jones. Jones gets a toe poke. Ramos forward. Ramos in battle. Jones with a high press on Wilkin. This ball sent over to Briscoe. A power header going forward. Ramos couldn't get on it. I think Jones is eager to get forward today. Beretta comes out with a catch. I think Jones is going to get eager to get forward and into the attack to try and make up for the drop pass back to Beretta and then the goal off his thigh. I mean, that one you got to have a short memory and forget, the one off the thigh. But tough opening half right now, Logan Jones.
Yeah, we talked about it pre-game and the leadership qualities that someone like Logan Jones provides, and I do think a goldfish mentality of just kind of continuing on with your business and trusting the game plan is important, not to get too rash and make decisions that you wouldn't make normally. Full faith in Logan Jones to continue to do that, by the way.
Absolutely. Talked about him being a veteran on this team. 110 games played for Logan Jones in his MASL career. Cale Spence on the field for the Tacoma Stars. You had a pregame prediction. Here's Lima with a strike. Lopez. You said Cale Spence banger tonight. You didn't just say a goal.
Correct.
You said Cale Spence a banger, and I'm excited for it.
Yep, mark my words. Cale, don't let me down.
I'd like to think he listens to the broadcast on the bench, and he's going to hear all this when he gets off the field in between shifts. Alava in the corner, double teamed. Ramos called for the foul. His hand was high and on the back side of Alava. While we're on the topic, you've known Cale for years and years. You played at every level of soccer. You have an amazing Cale Spence soccer memory that we can go to here.
Oh, it has to be with Ballard. I mean, he scored some important goals throughout the years.
Talking Ballard FC or Ballard High School?
Ballard FC primarily. You know, he's changed quite a bit, and you know, he's always been on the smaller side physically, but he's definitely improved his strength, and his technical ability has always been world class in terms of my opinion.
Jones on the run. He put a good touch through. Pardon the interruption.
No worries, but you know, I think one of the things that stood out to me in terms of his personal improvement has been his finishing, which is why I'm calling for a banger, because he has a clinical eye for goal. And he's got a surprising amount of power that he's able to generate in very, very short strides, which is perfect for an indoor game when you're looking to whip that ball into far corners with a little bit of disguise. See that being very useful this evening.
Well, I'm on pins and needles waiting for it. This is Sheeler battling Correa. Beretta played back early. Remember, goalkeepers get one touch in their defensive half per possession, essentially. Any sort of deflection will negate that, restart the clock on it. Ball played in the corner. Sheeler chases it. Amati cuts it to his left. Ball dropped all the way back for Brian Wilkin. And he likes to get himself low and wide and be that outlet option. And we've seen him moving a lot tonight, getting himself all the way against one of the walls, even when it seems he is not the option to go towards.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I noticed it. He did it.
Beretta, trouble. Rivers couldn't get a clearance. Chaos in front of the Stars goal leads to a Utica third of the night. It was sloppy, it was messy, but Utica doesn't care because they have their third goal here on the road in Tacoma.
Oh boy. Hard to choose the words to describe this. Kyle Rivers trying to go back to his goalkeeper. Beretta gets his hands on it, isn't able to take it cleanly, and then it looks like it's actually Kyle Rivers who, just with his forward momentum, pulls the ball out of his goalkeeper's hands, and at that point, the ball's going to end up in the back of the net, and it's starting to get, we talked about gross goals. I don't want to put the word disaster out there yet, but this has not been a good first half for the home tide.
Cole Stevens has that goal credited towards him. I don't know how big of a touch he got on that ball, but that's not what matters here. Cole Stevens ended up with it, and it's 3-1 Utica. The Stars are shell-shocked early. This Utica team, I mean, they're coming off of a win against the Baltimore Blast, a good Baltimore side. A couple of okay results. Hansen goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, but 3 wins, 4 losses, and an overtime loss. One of their wins being an overtime win. I guess it's really night in, night out. You don't know what you're going to get from this Utica side. Lima plays back for Caceres. Cox, Ramos. Ramos tried to chest it down. Still battling with it. He's taken off his feet from Alava. Pushing, shoving, and a loud whistle. Wandalava and Alex Caceres have words with one another. So here's the initial foul.
Yeah, it feels a little silly for me. Lava was claiming there was a stray arm that was thrown, but
Caceres with a strike off Pinal's chest. Caceres gets it back. He goes forward. He centers it off the window. And Wilkin is going to roll out. Utica has numbers going forward. Connecting pass behind the player, and here's Cox running out. It was intended for Teixeira. This ball rolls all the way in for Wilkin.
Yeah, Cox holding on the ball just a little bit too long for my taste. I think he could have dumped that off to Caceres and then continued his run and allowed a little bit more of a quarterback-type player advance, but
Teixeira's ball over the netting sends us into the media timeout. Utica 3, Tacoma Stars 1. We'll step aside right here on MASL TV.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luntz. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and CBS Sports Galaza Network. Alex Bashavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss all the league's hot topics. I'm going to say special guests lightly because the most recent special guest was myself. And I don't know if I'm all that special. I'm a guest, all right. I'm a guest, Cole.
Don't sell yourself short.
Cole, I'm only 5'8", okay? I'm pretty short in every room I walk into, and I can sell myself to my exact height here.
You know who's almost 5'8" as well?
Who's almost 5'8"?
Someone named Lionel Messi. So, you know.
Please never use me in the same sentence as the GOAT ever again. It does not belong. Check out MASL Monday, everybody.
Who knows? Messi might be the next guest. I've heard MASL TV's got some pull.
Sure, Alex Bashavansky will have some thoughts for Lionel Messi after MASL Cup. Alex being located in Vancouver, falling to Inter Miami and MLS Cup just last month. There's a big ball downfield. Hansen tried to head it to himself, puts it into the bench. Got ourselves a fun one tonight at the ShoWare Center. The visiting Utica City on the road early with the 3-1 lead. I know the Tacoma Stars were looking at a hopeful 6-point weekend that could just start to skyrocket them up the standings. We'll update some out-of-town scores for you here shortly. Correa for Briscoe. Briscoe wants to go one-on-one. Briscoe tries to take a shot between two defenders. The one-on-one turned into a one-on-two really quick.
I think at the moment, the Stars are really just trying to plow forward. And if they take a moment and allow some of the more technical on-the-ball players to really assess the situation, I think that they can find some gaps.
Lima with a shot. It's deflected. Ramos couldn't get a clean touch off the wall. And he pulls down the attacker. It's going to be a Utica free kick.
And those kind of moments right there are really important. Ramos needs to do better in controlling that ball and continuing to press, because now the Stars have to flip. They're on the defensive. They've only got about 5.5 minutes left in the half. Going in at 3-1 or worse is a really bad place to be. Going in 3-2 or better, it's a much different conversation.
Pino lays off for Amati. It's behind him. Correa gets enough of a touch on that to deflect it off of Amati and into the bench. Jones crosses over the midway stripe and plays Misa Lopez down to the corner. Lopez wants to play Jones back. Pinal reads it well. Pinal got some support ahead of him, and he slows down, brings this ball back. Settled with Belliard. Genrich plays back for Alava. Teixeira couldn't close down on that mishit pass. Genrich was the target, but Teixeira nearly had the speed to get there and close. Rivers cuts inward. Couldn't get past Amati. That's a great challenge. Pinal couldn't go around Hernandez. Hernandez skip past to Caceres. His left-footed shot. No, it's saved by Wilkin. Rivers. Caceres wants to curl one around Amati. Briscoe steps in and wins the challenge off Teixeira. Briscoe plays himself off the wall. And here's Pinal, foot on top of the ball. Plays for Teixeira. Caceres. There's going to be a whistle blown, and it bounces off of the hand. It was either Kai Briscoe or Kyle Rivers. It's off the hand of a Tacoma Star player.
Yeah, and the result wasn't there, but the build-up and the continuous pressure was much better. If the Stars are able to put together those kind of moments time and time again, you'd expect them to get at least a couple in the back of the net. That's much better from the home side.
Wilkin is way upfield and had to take this touchdown. It bounces about 10 feet above him. Took a lot of time. Here's Gerson trying to go around Hansen. Correa just funnels this ball all the way up the wall.
Tell you what, that had an opportunity to be special there. What a touch initially from the goalkeeper, and then a laser of a pass forward. And it almost fell so kindly to the first goal scorer of the night.
Outlet pass for Spur. He's going to play it off the wall. Chasing it down is Tavares. Jones gets back. Tavares faces up. Plays Spur. Santos goes long off the windows. Tavares. Correa and Jones win in the double team. Jones leading the attack. Jones still going, still charging. Jones into a triple team. He and Tavares get tangled up. Jones wants the earlier contact called. Gerson's on the ground grabbing a leg right now. Off the ball, off camera. So we're going to get a quick pause in the game to assess the Gerson injury. Training staff is being waved on.
I didn't see anything happen initially. Be curious to rewind just to take a quick look as Gerson looks like he's in some discomfort. I would imagine it's an ankle.
Tacoma Stars head over to the bench. Adam Becker essentially getting a free timeout out of this. Gerson back up to his feet, starting to walk towards the bench. I'm wondering if it's a non-contact injury or if there was some sort of collision as like Stars players were running towards the bench.
Right.
And there was incidental contact.
Doesn't look great as he is on his own 2 feet helping himself off the pitch, but those are the type of injuries you have to look out for. We'll keep an eye on Gerson as he's a very influential player for his side. See if he's able to come back on. He looks like he should be okay.
I think with 3 minutes remaining in this half, Gerson probably shuts himself down for the rest of the half, gets a little bit of treatment at halftime, reassesses in the locker room. Wouldn't expect to see him for the remaining 3 minutes of this game. Stars out into space. It's Lima. Lima to Rivers. Rivers with a strike. Lima plays that ball in the air to Kyle Rivers. It's a mistouch, but Rivers nearly had an open goal. Still put a good shot on. Now it's coming the other way. Sheeler with a shot off the post. Stars got a chance to make this a track meet if Lima runs out the other way. He pulls back.
Yeah, Douglas Lima, I mean, friend of mine, but my friend, we have 2 feet for a reason. He's a very left-footed player, and that left foot is deadly. But in that instance, the outside of the boot pass is what really let him down there. It needed to be smooth and on the ground. Kyle Rivers did everything he could trying to keep it on frame, but it would have been a really special goal if he managed to do so. Another opportunity goes begging.
Correa off the boards, hits Lopez in the head. He tried to redirect it, but falls into his lap. Stars got just over 2 minutes to try and cut the deficit before halftime. Lima back for Caceres. Stars doing everything they can. Be really methodical about how they go about this attack.
And this is what I wanted to see earlier. They have their creative players on the ball. Caceres is really looking to orchestrate everything. A lot of experience there.
Correa goes down the wall. He's past one. Correa into the corner. Correa off the wall. Deflects, and it's just on the side of Lopez. Beretta's going to come chasing this all the way out. Amati onto the field. Quick change for Utica. Caceres lobs a ball. Mendoza was the target. Good header away from the defending Utica player. Hansen's going to get called for the foul. His hand high on Sheeler. Sheeler goes down and kills the attack. Tacoma trailing by 2, minute 08 remaining in this first half. So Hansen on that little hand after the play is going to lead to Utica on the free kick here.
60 seconds remaining in the first half. 60 seconds.
Teixeira goes forward. Pinal drops back for Amati. Pinal wants it on the left. The heel flick. Beretta with a great save. Whistle blown, foul called. Kyle Rivers was taken off of his feet. Beretta makes an incredible save in a very clutch moment for the Tacoma Stars. .40 seconds remain in this first half. Stand by, as at halftime we'll have a live interview with head coach Adam Becker. Hansen makes a great tackle, but Amadi is there to clean it up. Amadi plays to his right-hand side. Play slows down. Penal runs up. He's got some space. Penal just wide. Here's a shot that Beretta pushes away. Hansen clears it forward. 15 seconds on the clock. It was Genrich with a great shot. Utica putting on pressure late. Wilkin trying to alert his team that there's 5 seconds on the clock. Penal. He's pushed off the ball. Briscoe sends it forward. The horn sounds. And the Tacoma Stars find themselves trailing the visitors 3-1 after 30 minutes of play. The first half has concluded. Cole Weaver is going to jump down to the field and talk with our very own Adam Becker. The Tacoma Stars head to the locker room trailing by 2. Not the first half that Tacoma wanted. Ended the first quarter tied 1-1. No goals to show for in the second quarter. It looks like Cole has Adam now. Get ready to send that down to Cole and Adam. Cole, take it away.
Adam, obviously not the half that we all really wanted. Couple sloppy goals, maybe a couple missed opportunities that were extremely unlucky. You know, you might chalk those up just to, at the end of the day, the ball not falling your way. What's the message at halftime here?
My goodness, I don't know. No, the message at halftime is like, just wake up a bit, right? Like you said, we've given them 3 easy goals. We've given them to them. They haven't earned them, right? And they're making us earn every attempt that we get on goal. Should we have finished a couple? Sure, but we didn't. So it's just going to get them reorganized, get them motivated to come out here and have a better second half.
Yeah. This team has a lot of leaders in the locker room. You expect some big characters to come out in the second half. What's the personal message to someone like your captain to say, hey, we need to steady the ship, make sure that we play our game, and at the end of the day, have confidence that we're going to come out on top?
It's just that, right? Like, hey, you're our leader, step up and lead, right? Same with all the veterans on the team. It's like, you get a chance, you got to score. You get a chance to defend, you got to win the tackle. Just get back to the game plan.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck to you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
We'll be back here in a minute after a word from our sponsors.
I was a member of the original comments. Kicking off, KC moving it right to left in the blue and white uniforms. Zach Reggett right off the bat. Are you kidding? 8 seconds into the match, he sets up Chad Vandergriff, and Kansas City leads it. Yep.
And this one will roll around the turn right into the hands of Rodriguez. Frater in shot goal! One touch by Frater off the distribution from Rodriguez. It's 3-0. Rodriguez had an amazing assist last time out here at CQ to Chavez, and now he does it again to Frater.
For goalkeeper, you just want to be able to see it, and he absolutely saw it, but that was a cannon shot. Great one-handed save.
Marquez, shot, out front, goal, he flicked it in, Nacho! What a goal by the veteran, Nacho Flores! Kansas City extends their lead 3-0. That's a little cheeky, don't you think, Eric?
Just a little bit. Good ball movement. Zach Regas smiling there. He's going to get the assist.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm play-by-play voice Peyton Behrens, and alongside the head coach of the Tacoma Stars, Adam Becker. Adam, we got a big doubleheader this weekend. Utica City comes to town. Tacoma Stars need to look to bounce back off of last week's game against the Empire Strikers. How do you do so in this weekend's matchups?
It just starts with training, right? We get right back to it on the training ground as we roll into Monday with film, preparation, and recovery. And after that, just trying to get the guys to focus and get right back onto the game plan.
Looking at some of the guys that we're seeing around the squad, updates on Tyler John, anything that we're going to see out of Tyler John this weekend? I know that last weekend dealing with a little bit of an injury. Do we have any updates on Tyler John?
Yeah, he still has a knock. Tried to train on Thursday evening, but we pulled him out. He'll be here, and he's going to go through the warm-up routine, and we're just going to assess it as is. But as of right now, I wouldn't expect him this weekend.
So how do you deal with a whole of that caliber of player, that guy who's kind of putting up your goals, your assists, and all the points that you got for you? I mean, yes, there's other veterans around, but missing out on Tyler John, that's a big hurt to the Tacoma Stars.
Yeah, not just on his goal scoring either, on the defensive work as well, and just having your big number one guy be down, right? But it's next guy up. We've thrown Ramos up there. He's doing well. Rivers is doing extremely well. And then now you got Misa getting his opportunity to fill the role until Tyler's back and healthy.
When you're looking at this matchup against Utica City, what Tacoma Stars players do you expect to shine? Who do you expect to flourish in this doubleheader, and maybe who are you looking to set up a little more so than usual?
I'd probably set up our veteran group a little bit more. Lyon, Jamel, Ramos, Caceres, Chase, Nestor, Logan, Adrian, those type of guys. Run at them in lines of twos for a little bit, see what we can do. But then again, we got to go to our young guys, especially with a doubleheader weekend. So hopefully those young guys will get in and be impactful in their minutes.
How important has Luis Beretta been to you and your team so far this season and this doubleheader weekend?
Massive, massive. He's come into the starting role and kept it, earned it, and has kept us in games and, quite frankly, won us a few. So he is doing phenomenal and just so happy to see it.
The home field advantage has been a massive part of the Tacoma Stars so far this season. Yep. How do we get it kicking on the road?
Oh, that's the tough one, right? One, we got to get closer to full strength, and hopefully that'll be this next weekend heading back down to San Diego. Hopefully we could give them a better showing than we did the first time.
That's amazing. He's Adam Becker for the Tacoma Stars. I'm Peyton Behrens. Thanks so much for joining us on the Coaches Show this evening.
Becker here, your head coach of the Tacoma Stars. We use Techie at trainings, building better players one touch at a time.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Shoot! He scores!
Alex Bastiavansky here in our MASL studio. What's going on, everyone? Hope you had an incredible week. There's a lot that's gone down over the past few days. Let's take a look at that, plus at what's coming up in the league this week.
High into the air. He'll head it down. Amadi flipped over. Gerson! It is class. It is veteran leadership. And it is Gordy Gerson in his 12th year of MASL soccer.
Gordy Gerson supplied the winning goal for Utica City on Monday against Baltimore. Junior Pinal adding an insurance marker here as the Blues took down the Blast 4-2, and that was revenge from the day before. Look at that pass from keeper Julian Rodriguez to Kevon Frater for the one-time finish. Frater had a hat trick as the Blast took down UCFC 12-7. For the second straight weekend, San Diego traveled to the Midwest, this time to Milwaukee. An old-school MASL matchup between two of the league's winningest franchises. And for the second time this year, the Wave took down the Sockers convincingly 10-5. And this one, Alex Steinwasser named the game's first star. He had a goal plus 2 helpers. And then the next day, Kansas City traveled to Brew City. This is the opening kickoff, and it set a new record for the fastest goal in KC franchise history to start a game, as Chad Vandergrift scored 8 seconds in, and that set the tone as the Comets raced out to a 4-0 lead. The Wave just couldn't recover as Kansas City took it 7-5. 2 days prior, the Comets hosted Tacoma, and when it rains, it pours for the Stars. When they lose, they've usually lost big this season. Rion Marquez had 4 assists for KC as they cruised past Tacoma. 9-2 the final score. The St. Louis Ambush continue to turn heads this season as they hosted the Empire Strikers, and the Ambush improved to 5-3-2 on the season as they edge Empire behind 21 saves from keeper Apollo Nascimento. They have now won 3 of their last 4 games. But the Strikers rebounded the next day against Tacoma. It was just a rough weekend all around for the Stars. That is the game winner for Empire. It goes in off Logan Jones, who can't believe his bad luck. Empire edging Tacoma in a close one, 7-6. And congratulations to Drew Ruggles. This was one of the easiest goals he will ever score. A little tap-in on the goal line against Milwaukee, but it was a huge goal nonetheless. That is Drew's 100th MASL tally. What a career he's had. Congratulations, Drew. Your scoring leader, Zach Reggett, continues to lead the way with 27 points. Marquez second, his teammate with 23. Jonatos Mello from Baltimore with 20. And then 2 members of the Milwaukee Wave tied with 19 points apiece, Alex Sanchez and Super Mario Alvarez. Your players of the week. In goal, Philip Ejimadu from the KC Comets. His teammate, Rian Marquez, getting the offensive nod. And defensively, Chad Porch from the Baltimore Blast. Let's start off with Rian Marquez. That goal right there was only tally of the weekend, but he had 6 points, 1 goal, 5 assists in 2 KC wins. Chad Porch from Baltimore getting it done defensively and especially offensively. He had 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists in the Blast win over UCFC. And look at this pass by Ejimadu right here. This is on the Marquez goal. Beautiful pass, though, all the way down the field. And he had 16 saves as well as that assist in the game. Time now for your plays of the week.
From the right side to the foot of Malsoni. Puts it on the top shelf.
Hansen did a great job to just take care of the ball. Found its way into a shooter's
Hansen with a strike!
What a goal!
He levels it at 6-6.
Kicking off, KC moving it right to left in the blue and white uniforms. Zach Reggett right off the bat. Are you kidding? 8 seconds into the match.
Around the turn, right into the hands of Rodriguez. Frater in shot, goal! One touch by Frater off the distribution from Rodriguez. It's 3-0.
Powell turns it himself and gets the toe poke goal.
Maintaining the 2-goal advantage. Huff turning shot, score! Marquez, shot, out front, goal, he flicked it in, Nacho! What a goal by the veteran, Nacho Flores, and Ejimado picks it up. He's got a good arm, and he lobs it long. Marquez coming in, bouncing shot, and a goal.
Brilliant throw that time by Ejimado, and
I'm not sure Matthew Stafford could throw it any better.
And that's all the time we've got for this week's show. But just a reminder to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL all throughout the season. Be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
Daytech is an IT.
Back in the ShoWare Center, Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver. Second half action is underway. Tacoma Stars going left to right across the screen. Here's a chip ball for Caceres. Caceres, a little bit of space. Caceres has a goal. 20 seconds into the second half. The Stars scrap one back, and I think it's safe to say that Adam Becker's halftime talk really struck a nerve with Captain Alex Caceres because he came out firing.
Yeah, I'd say so. And what a start it is, Peyton. When I had the opportunity to chat with Becker at halftime, you know, we talked about leadership, we talked about getting back to the basics, and he talked about stepping up, attacking when you had to attack, and defending when you had to defend. And who better to do that than the captain himself? 20 seconds in, 3-2.
Huge start for the Tacoma Stars. Mendoza credited the assist. Chip ball went up and over the top. Tacoma Stars right back in the thick of things. Here's a shot. Beretta makes a great save. Hernandez got a deflection on it, and Beretta had to kind of reshift his feet. We saw that kind of bite him in the butt last weekend against Empire, where it just, those small deflections just kept getting him off-footed, and he wasn't able to recover to them. That one right there, bouncing back in the right direction.
Yeah, the really awkward knee. He did well to pin it against the wall, right? And sometimes the wall can be your enemy, sometimes it can be your friend.
Cox couldn't find Lopez. Wide open, right down Main Street. Beretta with a great sliding challenge. He's going to have second time thought on it. Wow, Luis Beretta, what a save. Shut down Cole Stevens, who would have had his second goal of the night.
Defensive breakdown, just so much space in the middle. Luis Beretta, I've talked about it before, but when a goalkeeper makes a decision, they have to commit to it 100%. If he slowed down even a little bit, he's getting rounded, and it's an empty net. And he needed to win that ball, and he did it perfectly. Great work.
The wild thing was the Tacoma Stars had two defenders back, and they both split and went towards their respective wall, allowing Stevens to just part them like the Red Sea, and he was Moses.
Yeah, really surprising work there. And
Jones continuing to chug along forward down the wall into a double team, but he plays himself off the wall and then regains possession.
And just a final note on the defensive shape. I mean, you can see it right now. The indoor is a man-marked sport. You don't mark space, you mark your man. And so when something like that happens, it's definitely a communication mishap.
Rivers back to Nestor Hernandez. Correa to Caceres. Caceres, a left foot strike. Wilkins had to wait for it. That ball knuckled in on him. Here's a good chip ball forward. Genrich plays back. This is with Sheeler. Sheeler shot. Beretta save. Luis Beretta looking alive and well in this second half. Gerson applying pressure. Remember, he was injured in the first half. Ramos forward. He's got Cox on the backside. Ramos couldn't get around to Lava. That's great defense from the Utica defender. And now he shows some offensive ability, touching around his defender, Mike Ramos. Jones pirouettes away from the pressure, but incredible work rate from Silva to keep him under the whole time. Mendoza. Caceres looks over his options, plays Cox. A ball hit heavily off the wall, nobody running home on it. This is Silva. Wilkin comes out to support. The Stars want to pin in Utica deep. Wilkin just funnels this up the wall and it goes into the crowd. Stars will have a free kick. Caceres will get to show off that fancy left foot. Nani Mendoza starting to get towards the point-a-game category. Played in 10 games so far this season. He's at 8 points with his assist tonight. And I expect Nani Mendoza to pop up on the stat sheet again later tonight. Caceres hits a ball head towards the back post. Mendoza ran in.
Yeah, Nani's been a real bright spot in this team. I mean, there's been a lot of bright spots, but him in particular with coming up with clutch goals, obviously earlier in the season, one of the most memorable ones of his career, I would imagine, so far. But that's what you need with a team that's continuing to develop young players, something you can build around.
Mendoza has played 62 MASL games. Ramos around his defender. Ramos with a shot to the back post, and it stays out. I don't know if it hit off Briscoe or if it hit off the post. All I know is it didn't go in.
Somehow, and Mike Ramos was just violent in beating his defender. Here he is again.
Ramos off the wall, centers it. It's deflected away, and Silva just punches it forward. And the Stars will be on top of possession again. Caceres is behind Wilkin, the keeper, but Alava sees him, goes and defends. I thought the Stars might try and dial up one long distance.
And I love what I'm seeing here. In the first couple minutes of the third quarter, Caceres really orchestrating play. Mike Ramos getting involved, being physical. This is the half that, or excuse me, the first couple minutes that Coach Becker would have absolutely wanted.
Lopez. Spur pushes this over towards the wall. Tavares couldn't keep possession. Misa Lopez nearly took that ball into danger. Here's Spur. Spur outlets downfield. Tavares one-on-one with Beretta. Beretta comes up big yet again.
Once more, Beretta making a decision, and he comes all the way out of his goal. He can't use his hands, and he does well to keep him out of play. That's a center back's challenge right there from the goalkeeper.
Beretta's having himself a game. Lima on the other end wants to take a shot. Caceres runs onto it. As the transition play was going downfield, here's Hernandez with a shot. Ball squeezes out the other way. I saw Danny Waltman giving a round of applause to Luis Beretta back there, and that's something that you gotta love as a young goalkeeper.
Yeah.
To have somebody like Danny Waltman cheering you on.
Well deserved, absolutely well deserved.
Ramos, Lima, Wilkin is off his line. He makes a sliding challenge of his own. These goalkeepers are fired out of a cannon tonight. Cox has a little bit of space. Cox goes backside. It's for Lima, and the Stars are level. Flex those muscles, Douglas Lima.
There's the character that we were looking for from the Stars that was just dormant in the first half. I mentioned it before, but if the Stars can be really good in their offensive pressure and winning the ball back and forcing those turnovers, time and time again, when you have chance after chance, you're going to get these kind of clear-cut opportunities. Combine someone like Juice Cox, who's got an eye for goal and an eye for a pass and a tap in on the clinical left foot of Douglas Lima. We've got a tie game.
You know, the moment is huge. Here's Sheeler. Sheeler turns. Sheeler with a shot. Barreto with a foot save. Correa pushed off the ball. Briscoe goes forward for Hansen. Advantage is going to be played. The Stars are on the run. Hansen, there's a blue card on the way. Correa taken off of his feet. Play is stopped. Blue card's going to be issued for way back in the buildup. A little more chaos at the ShoWare Center. Let's see how this one fully boils down. We already have a challenge flag on the field for video review. So this is everything. This is the shot. This is towards the end of the play. We still have not seen the replay of what the blue card is being issued for. It happened back in Utica's attacking half.
We had a delayed blue card, 2-minute power play penalty on Utica City. Utica City is challenging that it is not a blue card.
So now we're going to go to video review. This is a Utica coach's challenge. Remember, with the challenges, you get 1 challenge per game. If you get your challenge right, you get it back and you will get an additional challenge. Challenges will reset if we go to overtime. We won't have to worry about that for another quarter plus 8 minutes and 15 seconds. We'll see when we get there. So let's take a look at some replays here and see if we can deduct whether or not we think that Utica's going to get this challenge successfully overturned. Here's the challenge here. Briscoe wins this ball. As he's going forward, he's taken out by the defender. He's not the last man back. There's clearly Utica players downfield. The blue card comes out early. It's a quick decision. Cole, give me your thoughts. Are you upholding this blue card, or are you seeing this thing get overturned and we're back to even strength?
Yeah, there's so much to unpack here. You mentioned just the positions of the defenders and where the last man is. And you know, Carrera kind of loses the ball there. Kai Briscoe provides support. Now, there's 2 things to look out for that I would see if I'm the referee in this instance. One, is Kai Briscoe the one initiating the challenge? And if he is, then the blue card, in my opinion, should not be withheld. If he's not the one initiating the contact, we'll see here now.
After video review, the decision on the field stands. Blue card.
So there you go. They made the decision that Kai Briscoe was not the one initiating contact. And I think that's fair. You know, he definitely wins the ball first. Play continues. Chase Hansen advances in his run. And Kai Briscoe is completely taken out of the play. So huge opportunity now for the Stars to continue this comeback. First power play of the evening.
So Tacoma, who has 2 goals in the opening 7 minutes of this game, or excuse me, open 7 minutes of this half, to level things, now have the opportunity to take a lead. Gerson's in the box. He's the opening goal scorer tonight. Caceres is going to walk this ball forward. He has Cox, Lima, Ramos, and Mendoza on the field with him. This is the strongest attacking bunch that the Tacoma Stars have to offer. Lima, Caceres for Cox. Cox is going to take a strike, and it's blocked away. Mendoza passes back for Caceres, and now it's over to Cox. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Mendoza with a strike. Wilkin makes a great save. He got low. Utica City, 4 of 5 successful penalty kills so far this season. Caceres for Lima. Lima with a strike. Wilkin with a foot save.
2 big saves from the Utica goalkeeper.
Does he have a third in him? The Stars are bound to get another shot. There's still another 60 seconds remaining. Caceres. Mendoza down low for Ramos. Wilkin off his line. Wilkin still challenging, and he does just enough. I like how aggressive Wilkin is. Mendoza skies it.
Yeah, Peyton, you know, what I was thinking through that period, I wanted to hold my thoughts until we had a break.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 3-3, all knotted up. 6:51 to play in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. It's MASL TV.
Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Capelli Sports, the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider for Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. Wilkins going to throw this ball forward. Still about 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Penal is pressuring Jones deep in the Utica attack. Stars going to get one more look at the power play.
Yeah, Peyton, just to finish my thoughts from the end of before the media timeout, you have to love to defend if you're a part of that unit, and it's very clear to me right now that Wilkin is just loving what he's doing, just being aggressive coming off his line, communicating with his team. That's what you need from your goalkeeper, and so far, great work from the visitors.
5 more seconds on the power play and back to even strength. Cox centers it. Ramos didn't finish the run. He kind of slowed down through. Here's Caceres with a strike. It's just over the bar. Gerson's open downfield. The ball played to the wrong side. Gerson had a lot of space on the top of your screen. Beretta plays over for Caceres. Toe poke forward. Stars in a little bit of trouble. Sheeler wins it. Hernandez is pressuring. Utica moves to 5 of 6 successful penalty kills on the season. Long diagonal ball looking for Gerson. Gerson centers it. Beretta off his line. Meanwhile, the Tacoma Stars on the power play, only 3 power play goals in 16 opportunities.
Yeah, not so great, unfortunately. So more work to be done on the training ground.
Foul in the buildup. Only one other team falls in the same realm of unsuccessful power plays, and that's Milwaukee. Milwaukee coming into the weekend, 3 of 15 successful power plays. Tacoma finds themselves in that same realm.
I feel like those go in waves. Sometimes the goal feels really big, sometimes the goal feels really small. And for the Stars as of late, I think it falls into that latter category.
Calling all artists, head to MASLsoccer.com to take part in the first ever MASL coloring contest. 3 winners will receive a $100 gift certificate to Capelli Sport. Don't delay, submissions are due February 1st. (3-3) as it stands. Tacoma Stars, 2 goals this quarter that have us level. They were trailing 3-1 at halftime. Sheeler chases this ball down. Jones into the corner. Rivers turns, plays back for Correa. Utica is going to shift back defensively and have that line of confrontation set just on the other side of the center circle. Hansen fouled in the buildup. Stars will have a free kick. New for 2026, staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Litton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass in MASL's newest show, Soccer Signal. With in-depth analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, and exclusive interviews from coaches around the league, don't miss Soccer Signal every other Thursday on MASL TV. Penal in the corner, double teamed by Lima and Hansen. This ball goes about 3 stories in the air. Ramos brings it down on a pillow. Ramos on the run. He's got Cox centered. Couldn't get his head up to find him. Mendoza's going to take a strike, and Wilkins makes a great save with the right paw.
Mendoza did such a good job to disguise that ball.
This ball slipped in well. Hernandez had no idea it was even coming in. Tavares the target. Beretta read it perfectly.
Yeah, and just back to my point there, you know, those are the awkward ones as the ball is just outside of your plant foot as a goalkeeper, and you really have to shift your feet well, and Wilkins did just enough to get a hand down to it. Very strong in that point.
Briscoe taking off his feet. Jones with a strike, gets off the post. He gives the Tacoma Stars the lead. Logan Jones and the Tacoma Stars claw all the way back. What a goal from Professor Lojo.
Logan Jones. What a strike, taking a page out of his fellow defender book. Chase Hansen from last week. Getting them set up top, and that's the X Factor threat. Just a missile or a torpedo, keeping it low. Wilkin didn't really know too much about it. Looked surprised as that ball nestled in the back of the corner. Stars' first lead of the night, 4-3.
Briscoe with the assist. Logan Jones, we talked about him in the first half as that ball centered and cleared away. Gonna get a top of the arc restart. Logan Jones had a couple of tough moments in the first half. Heck of a bounce back. And we predicted that Logan's gonna get to the attack and he's gonna find some way to make his mark known. But he had the deflection that went off of his leg and into the goal. And then he was part of that play where Beretta had to come off of his line, and Beretta ended up getting blue carded, led to a penalty shot. Logan Jones gets a goal back.
Yeah, the leaders have stepped up in this second half. Definitely was part of the message.
Amati with a shot. It's back post. It's just wide. Penal on the follow-up effort. No. Spur back to Amati. Amati's been dangerous tonight.
Yeah, he has been. He's a big body, and he keeps himself moving, which I think is the most dangerous part, is there's so much space that can be exploited.
Jones picks this ball out of danger. Gerson got headed to himself off the wall. No, it's Rivers underneath. This is Correa. Correa goes forward. He's got Briscoe far if he goes to him. Briscoe with speed ahead. Jones is on the backside. Jones has a second. The Tacoma Stars are ahead 5-3.
Logan Jones does it again, and it's off of a really good defensive unit. Being strong and holding their space and counterattacking with venom. Logan Jones letting them know. 2 goals in quick succession, taking the lead and now extending it 5-3.
Yet again, it's the combo play of Briscoe and Jones. Watch this breakout session right here. It's Correa. He's going to feed Briscoe through. Jones just makes that run to take the defender away from Briscoe and just slides it to the backside. Incredible stuff from the Stars.
Textbook, absolutely textbook. That's the 3-on-2 weaving movements, taking space and pulling players away from where you want them to be. Adam Becker will be very happy with that one, and that's one that I guarantee they're going to watch on film over and over.
Utica gets right back into the attack. Logan Jones now 21 career goals in his 110 games with the Tacoma Stars. Here's a shot from Silva. It's deflected on the backside. Sheeler gets one back.
And the visitors respond. Very much needed. Back to business right away. No celebrations needed. Quiets the crowd, and we're now back to a 1-goal game. Felt like things were getting a little bit out of hand as the Stars were on a strong run.
Sheeler just finishes that thing on the back post. Silva put it on a platter for him. Hits him a missile, and then just deflects it in. It's always a fun one at the ShoWare, even when we don't know how these games are going to go. It always pans out. I mean, last week, we had a 1-goal contest where the Stars were trailing by 3, came all the way back. They ended up losing that game 7-6. Here tonight, we see the Stars trailing 3-1 in this game at halftime. They're now up 5-4. I mean, it's exciting every time that we do indoor soccer in this venue.
Hey, we were expecting flair, we were expecting personalities, and we were expecting goals, and I think we've gotten all of that here so far, and we still have an entire quarter ahead of us.
And a whole nother game tomorrow night. These teams meet up again. Here's a ball centered. Beretta gets a hand on it. Whistle's going to be blown because the free kick was taken before the referee had spotted it and given the okay. Gio Alves just jumped the gun just a bit. 2 balls on the field at the moment. Word to my friend Matt Johnson. We're ready to restart. Alves on top of the ball, back against the wall. Amati runs in. Just hits a missile across the way, looking for Alava. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Beretta with a huge left-handed save. As good as a goal on the other end. Beretta makes one heck of a save. Correa on the outlet. Adrian Correa sets up Ramos. No!
Just incredible goalkeeping on both ends. One was a cat-like reflex. The other was extremely brave as it was point blank.
Jones with a little physicality. And Gerson was frustrated. There was no whistle. That takes us into the end of the third quarter. It's the Tacoma Stars 5. It's Utica City 4. Fourth quarter action coming up next on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Lund. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver here. Fourth quarter action just moments away as the Stars mini ball toss that is in between the third and the fourth quarter takes place every single time. Fans still have all sorts of prizes that they can win, and that's what you're seeing on your screen now is the tradition of cleaning all the mini balls before we can get restarted for the fourth quarter. It's the Tacoma Stars 5, it's Utica City 4. Tacoma had one heck of a third quarter where they were able to net 4 goals to get themselves back in the lead and ahead of Utica City, playing one heck of a game on the road, Utica City. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube, and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bashavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss all the league's hot topics.
$25.
Take a look at the scores from that third quarter alone. Caceres led things off just 20 minutes into that third quarter. Douglas Lima was able to net one 5 minutes later. Logan Jones had a pair of goals, and they got the Tacoma Stars a 5-3 lead before Sheeler was assisted by Silva to get this thing back to 5-4 with 1:08 left in that third quarter. It was a wild one. Fireworks in the third quarter, Cole. I mean, it was left and right all over the place. The Stars able to have 4 goals. Utica gets one back in order to keep things close. I mean, that's one heck of a performance from both sides, but mostly, I mean, the Tacoma Stars there took control.
Yeah, personalities are going to need to shine here in the fourth quarter. I think that's what's going to win this game. So look to see the leaders continue to really push their team forward. And on the field right now, who I'm picking out, Adrian Carrera, Chase Hansen, Logan Jones, I want to see those three really orchestrate this initial possession and really set the tone to continue this momentum that they've had.
Pinal stands over the ball. He gets things started. 15 minutes of action. Potential overtime on the rise. Pinal left foot shot. Briscoe's going to chase this ball down. Sends it forward. Rivers is in behind, but Wilkin is off of his line. Pounces on it. He's played himself one heck of a game tonight.
Absolutely has, both goalkeepers. And quick note, I saw off camera there.
Here's a shot, near post, it's in. We got a level game. Utica City is back.
Well, that's how you respond beginning of the fourth quarter from the visitors. And I was just about to say, I saw Pioretta just limping a little bit off of his right foot. It didn't seem very comfortable. I didn't see what actually happened, but it was definitely on his mind as this play was developing. And just a simple ball laced across the boards. Chase Hansen unable to clear.
It's Cole Stevens having his second of the night. He scored in the second quarter. We got a 5-5 game.
Yeah, overtime looming, as you mentioned. We'll see if one of these teams is able to distance themselves from the other.
We're getting some turf worked on in the corner as a piece of the carpet here rolled up. Occasionally happens around the league with these turf fields being played on top of ice hockey rinks.
Comes with the territory. You know, and the Stars are going to be the ones that are the most antsy right now. Obviously conceding very quickly. They want to get on with it. It's like after hitting a really bad golf shot, and then you got to wait on the par 3 watching the green clear, and all you want to do is go hit your shot. So these guys are ready to go.
I'm the guy that waits for a green to clear and then he chunks 120 yards.
It's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody was watching the American Express in La Quinta earlier today. Blades Brown, 18-year-old, going up against Scotty Scheffler. What a story that is, huh?
I mean, Blades Brown is one of the greatest golf names I think I've ever heard.
Comes from his mother.
It's up there with Tiger Woods. I mean, this guy he's
born to be.
Determined to be just one of the greatest golfers of all time.
Yeah, his mother's name, Rhonda Blades Brown.
You think he swings cavity backs?
He has to.
This is Sheeler over midfield.
Definitely good enough to do it, I would say. Me, not so much.
Ramos in. No, he gets shut down. Belliard was able to step in. Sliding challenge. Cale Spence goes flying. The blue card's already shown. Advantage being played. Touched up by the Stars. Cale Spence is going to go and sit for 2 minutes. Sliding in on that challenge. Not what the Tacoma Stars need right now.
Yeah, unfortunately not the banger I called for either. It was a banger of a challenge on the man.
Delayed 2-minute power play penalty. Tacoma number 17, tripping.
And no challenge flag coming out here. That's as clear as it gets.
Cale Spence goes in for 2. The Tacoma Stars on the penalty kill so far this season, not very successful. Only 3 successful penalty kills out of 8 opportunities. It's good for 37%. On the other hand of things, Utica City, not the greatest power play team of all time. 1 for 11. And it looks like Becker did throw a challenge. We're going to take a moment. We're going to look at this again.
Interesting.
I don't know what Adam Becker would have seen in that.
Tacoma is challenging a foul before the blue card.
Interesting.
You know, I don't like this, Peyton. I really don't. I mean, the play developed, the foul, or I should say the alleged foul tackle came in. My reaction was it was all man, no ball. I guess the question is, was he? No, personally, I don't like this.
Yeah, this feels a little bit grasping at straws.
Unless there's a foul before the play that they're.
But that's what they're challenging.
Okay.
They're challenging to see if a foul was committed before the blue card incident, which would have been on Ramos dribbling through there. But I don't think we're going to get that.
I don't see it. If they give it, it's really soft.
And it's clearly not that on Hernandez. So now we're looking to see if Ramos was fouled in the buildup.
Guess so.
If this gets overturned, I mean, I think Adam Becker's a genius, but granted, he can still be a genius if this doesn't get over. If this is upheld. I don't think that we have enough to call a foul there while Mike Ramos is dribbling through in order to negate the Cale Spence blue card.
I would agree.
And I think that that challenge is bye-bye for the rest of the night. Let's see what the verdict is.
After video review, there is no foul before the blue card. The blue card stands.
Not surprising there. Fans, if you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. I don't think this one will make it to Under Review. I thought that was just about as clear as day can be.
Yeah, I think they'll spend maybe 5 seconds on it. Everybody will look at each other, nod, and say, yep, that's a foul, and we move on. So, you know, here we are, and I mentioned this before on the other side when the Stars had their own power play. As a defensive unit, you need to enjoy the grind. It's 2 minutes of hard work and effective communication. This four plus the goalkeeper need to be working as one, and they need to work hard. That's how you come out on top with these.
Jones has Rivers forward. Watch out. The Stars are good shorthand. Rivers in behind. Rivers touched around the goalkeeper. Rivers is wide. Jones pulls up limping after the play. I think he was challenged from behind. Amadi passes over to Spur. This is Pinal, bouncing ball. Jones has to shake off the pain.
Oh my word, Kyle Rivers has a history of scoring goals man down, and he did almost everything perfectly.
Pinal cross court, Amadi into space. Back for Pinal. Give and go, Sheeler gives it back. Sheeler is shot, bouncing around. Thought that there was a shout for handling in the area. Back post, Sheeler gets the go-ahead goal. Utica back on top.
And I was about to say that Utica was living dangerously with how they were pinging that ball around, especially after just almost conceding in the other end, but it pays off. Sheeler with his second of the night, and another very simple finish, just being in the right place at the right time. And that's what you want from your forwards. 6-5, Utica leads.
You got a fun one tonight. I mean, oh boy, back and forth as can be. 6-5, Utica trying to get momentum going. They're coming off of a win. They have fewer than anyone else when it comes to games played on the season. Only their 9th game right now. The Tacoma Stars looking to try and jump up the standings or at least get close to that 2nd or 3rd spot. Milwaukee dropped points earlier today. Tacoma has a good chance to kind of close that gap this weekend. But right now, things are looking a little bleak for the Tacoma Stars.
Yeah, and they came so close last week against the Strikers in a game script that went very similar to this evening. I guarantee that'll be on the back of their minds. And here's Guy Briscoe, who we talked about pre-game, spent a good amount of that game in the naughty boys corner. Hopefully he can keep himself on the pitch and be a positive impact.
Yeah, unfortunate. When Tacoma was trailing a goal last week, Kai Briscoe got himself a 5-minute yellow card for dissent. And he ended up sitting in the box for the remainder of the game. Never got an opportunity to get out, and that's a body that the Tacoma Stars need late in games. Ramos faces his defender. Talked about Tacoma trying to move up in the standings. San Diego, they got themselves a win earlier today. They don't play tomorrow, so they're sitting at 19 points to exit the weekend. Tacoma currently at 14 points. If they were able to get 2 wins over this weekend and have a 6-point weekend, Briscoe with a strike from distance, it falls to Ramos. With those 6 points, hypothetical 6 points, I will say, the Tacoma Stars would find themselves in third at minimum and in an opportunity to jump ahead of San Diego. Now, in a perfect world, Hansen taken off his feet. In a perfect world, Milwaukee lost their game tonight. If they were to lose tomorrow as well, and the Tacoma Stars were able to cash in that hypothetical 6 points, Tacoma could see themselves with 20 points exiting the weekend and in sole possession of second place.
That's some fantastic math there, first of all. It feels like me trying to figure out how the heck Chelsea could still win the Premier League this year. I don't know.
Math is not a strong suit of mine, but when it comes to standings, I don't do too shabby. Tavares can't get past Chase Hansen. And I'm sure all that math sounded really good verbally and only helped myself because I had standings in front of me.
You had some people's heads spinning there.
Everyone else was trying to see numbers inside their mind like it was a movie or something. And
here, I'll simplify it. The Stars win both games this weekend, they're going to be in a better spot than they were going into the weekend.
They don't call him the best color guy in the league for nothing, folks.
I'll be here all night. And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. Stars got about 10.5 minutes left to try and retake a lead. There's shouts for 6 men on the field. Jamel Cox was clearly exiting the field. Correa jumped over the boards late. No challenges for either team to be able to go back on that. Here's Correa into danger. Correa strike. Wilkins a better save. Brian Wilkin is standing on his head tonight.
Yeah, another one. You know, I have to say that the amazing part of that save was not the save itself, it was holding on to it.
Pino. Oh, I thought he had space if he was able to take that touch towards goal.
Yeah, that ball could have very easily spilled out and created a second chance, but pinning it to the ground and holding on to it, and I guarantee he would say the same thing. It's a save he should make, but a hold that is impressive.
Rivers has Briscoe. Gerson comes through and around Briscoe. It was a heavy challenge, and he missed it completely. Cox cut it inside. Here's Misa Lopez. Hernandez with the ruby red slippers on.
I just noticed those.
Maybe it was a halftime change and we didn't see him in the first half, but does he not look like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz?
Is it still Christmas time? Are we past that? I still have my tree up.
You got to take that down, Cole.
Is it too late?
Briscoe slips on the turf. Wilkin tried to wait for this ball to roll out. Cox intercepts. You got your lights up too still? The Christmas lights on the house?
No lights. No lights up, just the tree.
Spur dribbles into the attack. He would love to get one on his return to Tacoma. Avala is going to just walk this ball back. Caceres subs Logan Jones onto the field. Sheeler got himself the most recent goal. Lopez, he's got acreage in front of him, and a slow pass in the buildup makes him have to wait. That ball played off the wall towards him.
I think that's mature there from Misa Lopez, though. He could have very easily just put his head down and continue to barrel forward, but he allowed his team the opportunity to, again, get those subs. And here they go once more, continuing to press and be a little bit more tactical in their advance.
Jones, he's sitting on 2 goals tonight. Correa cuts this ball infield, taken off of his feet. This ball is going to go all the way back to Beretta. Correa squeezes past Amati. Foul called. And a delay of game goes to Jose Tavares. He got in front of the restart for the Tacoma Stars. Take another look. This is the foul.
Utica City.
It's that back leg that stuck out is what caught Correa. The initial challenge was clean, and then it was just that back leg that kind of trailed and took Correa off his feet.
Felt a little unnecessary, and first warning as well issued to the visitors in the middle of those replays.
Cox jumps on the field. He had the opening goal for the Tacoma Stars. Now he tries to set up Caceres. Hansen watches this ball bounce into the bench, and it's going to be a Stars free kick. 7:16 to play in the fourth quarter. We step aside for the final media timeout of the night. 6-5 Utica leads on the road. You're watching MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
The lights are bright, the fans are loud. It's Utica City taking on the Tacoma Stars. Stream it live on MASLplus.tv and replay the game on demand. Clip it, share it, live it again. Make sure to favorite your team to get instant updates on every game. If you want an update on tonight's game, it's 6-5. Following a decent comeback from the Tacoma Stars, who trailed 3-1 at halftime, leveled it 3-3, ended up taking a 5-3 lead before conceding 3 straight goals. Utica City scrapped their way back into things, and it was Sheeler with 2, Stevens with 1, got themselves back ahead and into the lead. 7:16 on the clock. Utica looking to get 2 straight wins, coming off of that Monday win against the Baltimore Blast, looking to do it in the opening game of a doubleheader weekend against the Tacoma Stars.
Yeah, if you favorited either the Stars or Utica, you're getting a heck of a lot of updates. I mean, this game has been back and forth, and we got a little over 7 minutes left to go, and overtime is in the cards. I would guarantee neither team wants overtime, as they're going to be seeing each other again here in a little bit less than 24 hours. Utica, I would imagine, more than the Stars don't want to see overtime, given their travel and more recent game on Monday.
Remember, if we do see overtime, both teams will split a point. Each team will get a point, and then the winner will receive 2 points. We get that extra point for the overtime win. We have a 3-2-1 point system in MASL in the standings. Caceres for Lima. Correa gets past one. Correa plays it off the board. Wilkin reads it well. Caceres has chased this down. Amati puts on pressure. Beretta with the back pass.
Very calm from the goalkeeper there. That is not an easy position to be in, and to trust the boards takes a lot of experience.
Correa getting pushed into the Utica bench and then down to the turf. Stars get things restarted. Mendoza with a crafty run. Wilkins comes out of his box with a challenge. It's a blue card. There's no challenge flag. There's no coach's challenge remaining. Wilkin wants his coach to throw a challenge, but he's going to go sit 2. I doubt this gets reviewed by the referees, but look at this ball from Caceres. You get Mendoza in. Wilkin does a great job winning that challenge. If Utica had a challenge flag to throw here, I think this gets overturned.
Yeah, it's close. And first of all, what a ball from the captain Caceres, as he has words for the goalkeeper after the fact. Nani Mendoza, those are one of those where you need to scrutinize it, slow-mo it, zoom in to see who got that first touch. My initial reaction was that Nani Mendoza does get the first touch, and you see it there, he does. So Peyton, I might have to disagree with you. I think that challenge would have been denied if they did have it, and as you mentioned, they don't.
So as a former goalkeeper, Cole, you're okay with this blue card happening right now? Because if you were that goalkeeper coming out right now,
I'd be frustrated.
You're
sure.
furious.
Absolutely, and I have to try and put my biases aside. As a goalkeeper, you come off your line, you step out of your box, you're considered a field player. I think in those instances, he doesn't get enough of the ball and he gets too much of the man. Blue card justified, and here we go. Nani Mendoza. So in the spotlight.
Mendoza on to take. He's excellent when it comes to the shootout. He's crafty, he's tricky, and you'll see Andrew Taylor step onto the field looking to do the impossible. Mendoza on the run-up. Mendoza trying to go around Taylor. He makes a save. Mendoza put his hands to his face. He was in disbelief. And the Tacoma Stars will play up a man for the next 2 minutes. And Taylor is the goalkeeper. Makes a great save. That ball gets caught up between Mendoza's feet. He couldn't believe it.
Andrew Taylor, take a bow, sir. That's what you wanted from your backup. Step in and play the hero. Nani Mendoza went the exact same route he did the last time, which I think is important to point out. It almost worked out if that ball didn't get caught beneath him. I think he just has an open net.
Mendoza dribbles in. This ball gets deflected through. Watch out for Utica, short hand. Beretta got caught backpedaling. Then he chips this ball forward. Mendoza on the settle. Drives this. Caceres with a touch. Lima runs up. Lima outside the left foot. Ramos into danger. Strike one. He whiffs. This ball cleared away. Minute 30 remaining. Andrew Taylor has not played any minutes thus far this season. He has 3 career MASL games under his belt all time. He has 2 starts and he has 2 wins under his belt.
What a time to step up for your team, but his job's not done yet.
Ramos. Lima takes a strike. It's just wide. Taylor got enough of a save. Caceres. Lima has space, and he rips this into the safety netting above. That thing was destined for the back wall of the ShoWare Center.
Yeah, once more, another really just important hand. It's such a small touch, but I think it is needed. He's going to call a timeout here, allow his team to take a breather. Maturity, probably guided by his captain.
Andrew Taylor, the 6'3" goalkeeper from Baldwinsville, New York. He is doing what he needs for his team. Starting goalkeeper, Wilkin, is in the penalty box right now, serving 2 minutes. A great shootout save from Andrew Taylor. And all Brian Wilkin can do is cheer on from the penalty box right now.
Yeah, and as the starter, you build such great relationships with your goalkeeper union, working together, training. It's a difficult position because at the end of the day, only one is playing and there's not really any substitutions, but that backup goalkeeper role is so vital and difficult in those exact moments, and Andrew Taylor stepped up for his side.
Also part of the Utica City goalkeeping room is Xavier Snare Williams. The Tacoma Stars is very familiar with him for his time that he spent in San Diego, splitting time in previous years with Boris Pardo. Snare Williams goes to Utica this year as Chris Toth made his way to San Diego, and he was splitting time with Boris Pardo before having a hand injury that led him to 6 weeks out. We'll see if Chris Toth makes it back here in the next month or so. But Snare Williams not on the roster tonight. Andrew Taylor, Brian Wilkin are on the roster. Brian Wilkin has been playing one heck of a game, and now Andrew Taylor has a little contribution to that. He's got himself a shootout save, and we'll see if he can last the next minute and 1 second of this power play. If the power play ends without Tacoma scoring, Gerson is in the penalty box serving time with Wilkin. Wilkin will stay in the penalty box until the next dead ball situation that will release him. Gerson can come back onto the field where Utica can play even strength.
After the timeout, the Stars will have 6
Wilkin gives it a throw to midfield. Jones intercepts. Alava lets this run through, and that killed about 10 seconds. Wilkin didn't smartly use all 5 seconds he has back there. Kind of picked up the ball and immediately gave it a throw.
Yeah, those are the nerves showing. Adrenaline's running high. He's making saves, but you got to keep that head level. Those might be some costly seconds.
Correa passes to Rivers, and everyone goes for a change on the Stars. Got to make the most of this final 30 seconds. The Stars have 5 on the field. Caceres, Mendoza, Lima, Cox, Ramos. Ramos in the corner. Curls a ball back post for Lima. Caceres is going to try his best to keep it in, but he just touches over for Cox. 15 seconds in the power play. Ramos puts a defender on his tuchus. Here's a shot from Cox. It's deflected back. Mendoza, Lima. Caceres couldn't get enough of the touch. That ball's cleared away. Utica back to even strength. Gerson comes out of the penalty box. Andrew Thomas remains in the goal. Brian Wilkin remains in the penalty box. Mendoza for Lima. Mendoza taken off his feet. This ball cleared away to Jones. He settles. Stars got to feel like they're still in advantage here with Taylor in the goal and Wilkin in the penalty box. Lima's going to rip a shot. This ball goes out of bounds over the glass. We're going to get a stop in play where Wilkin is clapping it up for Andrew Taylor. Wilkin's going to return to the goal, and Utica dodges a massive bullet.
Hero status for the backup goalkeeper, and he is greeted warmly on the bench, rightfully so.
That is big time. I mean, backup goalkeepers are important as ever with MASL and the way that the rules are set up. Here's a long ball, but it's wide. Beretta tripped on his way back. I thought he had a chance to score from distance. Amadi.
Once more, I brought it up a little bit earlier. Something's going on with that ankle. I don't know if it was a prior injury or something he picked up today. We have another injury on a strong challenge from Correa.
Amadi's grabbing his head, indicating that there was some sort of contact there with Adrian Correa and Amadi. And you're seeing Beretta come off right now. The Stars will have the ball on the reset, but Jamel Cox is on the field wearing the 6 attacker shirt. I don't know. Amadi's grabbing his face. I didn't see any sort of contact there from Adrian Correa and Amadi. But Jamel Cox is on the field. Luis Beretta is off the field. 3:24 to play. The Stars have a 6 attacker in effect. Mendoza walks this ball forward. The Stars have not been successful tonight in man-up situations.
Let's go, Stars.
Lopez with a shot. No, Mendoza. Over for Lima. See if the Stars have a flair for the dramatic, playing the late show. Wilkin is going to give this ball a line drive throw, and it's a good header from Cox. Crunch time for the Stars. Scoreless in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the Stars need to be careful here with some of these distance out-of-the-box shots, as a deflection can lead to disaster. A goal conceded would almost surely wrap this thing up. Never say never in indoor.
Utica's got pace up top with Tavares. Ramos wants to go to the corner. A little bit of split in that carpet. Skipped over for Lima. Lima, chip for Ramos outside the foot. It goes the wrong way. Tavares tries to play out of pressure. Alava gets double teamed. Ramos takes it over. Ramos looks for space. Wilkin gets a hand to it. That ball rolled all the way on the ground, and he is still able to punch it away. Lima with a strike. The Stars go level. Douglas Lima from distance.
Douglas with his second on the night. Douglas with his second on the season, and what a big one it is. They were pushing and pushing and pushing. It seemed like Wilkins was holding his ground, but there's nothing you can do to stop that. What a goal. We're tied up. Just under 2 minutes to go, 6-6.
Unbelievable. A timeout on the floor called for Utica City. Douglas Lima. Wow, what a strike. Left-footed, just hammered it. It bounces in off that near post. That was fantastic. You know, the first goal that he had, it was put on a platter for him, and he had the little tap in. I thought the shirt-off celebration was a bit excessive for what that goal called for. That goal right there, take your shirt off, take the socks off, take it, you know, just go and do whatever you want. Run around the field. Go ahead, Douglas Lima.
We're excessive at the accesso show winner, and I think that is okay. And that goal deserved every second of the celebration that it received. And this is the momentum swing that the Stars need. They need to make sure that they remain smart. There's been a couple times tonight where they've scored and then immediately conceded. So I'd imagine that that's the conversation right now going on in that huddle. We see Chase Hansen, who's obviously a defensive presence. I can see his hands, and I guarantee that's what he's saying. What a finish, Peyton. What a finish.
What a night. This is part one of a two-part doubleheader, and I mean, you know, they always say movie sequels are never as good as the original, but this is kind of teeing up for a Godfather 1, Godfather 2 kind of weekend.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is going to finish with fireworks, and I think it's going to pick up where it started, or I should say pick up where it finished tomorrow at 5:05 p.m.
Back underway. Hansen, you talked about it. He's going to lead from the front. He had a lot to say in that timeout. He plays Correa. Correa being battled with Spur. Ball gets poked out. Pino Jones takes over. Spur taken off of his feet by his former teammate Chase Hansen.
From Tacoma Stars, number 2, Chase Hansen. For Hansen, his third foul of the night.
Pino the target. Drops back for Spur. Spur pushed to the ground. And a free kick on the way for Utica. And then a delay of game warning, I'm presuming?
Embellishment warning against Utica.
And it's an embellishment. Willie Spur diving. Wow. You do not see that one called often, but you love it, and that's what we want more of in soccer.
Yeah, keep them accountable. And, you know, I will say my reaction to that quote-unquote foul was that it was very soft. I was going to let it go, but referee going to the mic and letting everybody know embellishment the other direction, I think it's justified.
Drew Klemp had a good angle on it. Glad to see that called. A minute remaining in regulation. Do the Stars have late game heroics again? We saw it 2 weeks ago with St. Louis. Nani Mendoza was able to get a late one. Last week against Empire. Hold that thought. Here comes Hernandez. Playing Ramos. Wilkin off his line. Ramos holds up play. Cox into space. Mendoza settles. 35 seconds.
Tacoma.
25 seconds. Here comes Lima. Lima leveled things. Lima puts a ball off the windows. Mendoza with a strike. Oh my goodness, as close as can be. Ramos, his shot deflected sky high. Amati plays himself. Mendoza goes sliding. Pinal into the break. Pinal goes left side. Beretta, he misses. Lima with the goal line clearance.
What a
Beretta
save.
with a save, and he pounces on it. That's regulation, baby. Oh, ho, ho, we got a good one.
My word, what a save. Douglas Lima doing the defensive work. Bails out his goalkeeper after two incredible goals. Beretta with an unbelievable save there at the end to swing his feet out of the way and get a strong handout. I'm speechless, Peyton. This overtime is going to be incredible. Don't go anywhere.
We have overtime right here at the ShoWare Center. Oh man, it's been a good one tonight. 6-6 as it stands. We've seen the Tacoma Stars erase a 3-1 deficit. We saw the Utica City team score 3 goals on the run there to get things level. We're going to step aside, take a quick break. We'll come back, lay out overtime. We got everything right here on MASL TV. Don't go anywhere.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luns. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Welcome back into the accesso ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's, Cole Weaver, 6-6 Tacoma Stars, Utica City FC. It was the Tacoma Stars who found themselves up 5-3 in the third quarter, and then Utica was able to get up to 6-5 thanks to 2 goals from Sheeler, 1 goal from Stevens, and Douglas Lima leveled things with 1:55 remaining in regulation. As it stands, both teams have earned themselves a point in the standings. Whoever gets the win here in this golden goal or potentially shootout situation will receive an additional point and get a win in the win column. 3-2-1 point structure, 2 wins or 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime loss. It's been a thrilling one tonight. I mean, it has everything, and this is part 1 of a doubleheader weekend.
Yeah, and you asked me to provide some predictions earlier in the game, and I expected goals, but if you asked me to provide a prediction right now, I'd be honest with you and say I have no idea. I mean, both of these teams have been lights out defensively. They've scored, well, let me back up. The first quarter of this game, the Stars were not lights out defensively. In fact, they were anything but. But everything since then has been fantastic. So this is going to be a fight. Who's going to come out on top? I think it's just obviously all in one moment.
And I think we mentioned this a little bit earlier in the broadcast. This is the worst case scenario for this Utica City team.
Yes.
They did not want to see overtime after a cross-country flight and then come into this away game, have to play an additional 10 minutes potentially. Golden goal situation, so it could end within the next 5 seconds, who knows. But they did not want to play any sort of additional soccer when they have to prep for tomorrow. Yes, the Tacoma Stars have to prep for tomorrow, but they also have the ability to flex the roster a little bit. Utica, we don't know how many players that they might have traveled off the roster. Wilkin goes long for this one. It's going to go all the way over the top. Beretta with the catch. But Tacoma, I'd bet we see at least 5 changes to the roster tomorrow. Who knows? We might see guys like Tyler John. We might see guys into the mix all across the board, whether that's going to be Yahir Romero, Christian Fernandez. You don't know who you're going to see. Ramos goes upfield. Diagonal ball. It's just in front of Manny Nicasio. Ramos taking off his feet. Spur had a little bit of space in front of him. Watch out. Could be a 2-on-1. Sheeler Hernandez is back to defend. Sheeler tries to go near post on Beretta. Couldn't find it. Luis with a great save.
Really great defending from Nestor Hernandez. He realized that the threat was behind him. He backpedaled and looked to contain, and he also kept it against the boards, making the job for the goalkeeper relatively easy.
Cox gets decleated up against the wall. It's a foul on Alava. Cox is still on the ground. He's clutching his head. It's a good look at Douglas Lima in the special edition Tacoma Stars jerseys. Take a look. Here's that contact again. Big collision against the wall. The Stars are wearing specialty jerseys tonight to honor the Tacoma Galaxy on Salute to Women's Soccer Night. These jerseys are designed by Prototype Sports and will be auctioned via the Live Source app. Be sure to download the Live Source app, set your location to Kent, Washington, and you can bid on these jerseys. Here's Lima. A huge shout out to anyone in Utica, New York who is tuning in to this game. 11:23 Eastern time. Mendoza with a little flick. Wilkin off his line. Wilkin wants contact. Hansen doesn't touch him, he claims. I think Wilkin goes airborne a lot there to avoid any sort of contact, and even if he feels just a little bit, he's going to have a shout, have a claim, completely understandable from a goalkeeper's perspective.
For sure. Both players had a right to that ball. The goalkeeper got there first. No contact, no foul.
Correa gets beat to the ball. This is Amadi. Amadi on the left foot. It's blocked away from Nestor Hernandez. Amadi again settles the bouncing ball. Takes a strike. Beretta makes a good save. Jumps over to his left-hand side. Beretta thought about the long ball. Maybe consider taking a timeout in that situation. Briscoe with a great header. Lopez wins it. Goes for Jones. Jones attacking forward. It's Briscoe to the corner. Briscoe assisted Jones both times earlier. Cox with a shot. Misa Lopez is just too high. Briscoe couldn't figure out how to strike that one. He thought about 3 different ways.
Yeah. You could see every single one going through his mind before he elected for the SIP one. He seemed mad that he had to pass it backwards.
Jones overlapped by Lima. Lima was being defended by Teixeira. That strike goes up and over the top. .6:38 to play here in overtime. Beretta under a little pressure, left foot chip, finds Lima. He chests it down to a running on Kyle Rivers. Lima's got space if Rivers can kind of find him with a saucer pass, but no look there.
That's a great outlet from the goalkeeper. Coming across his body, left-footed reverse pass. Beautiful.
Hansen. Hansen, Mendoza just overran the goal. Hansen found him. He threaded the needle. Mendoza was just past the goal as he received it. Ramos dribbled through one, couldn't get around Alava.
Now, hindsight is 20/20, but I would have almost loved a dummy from Mendoza there to trick the goalkeeper, and he might have been in business in the far post if he did.
Quick restart. Silva wants to go forward. Silva left foot strike. It's wide. It's off the lip of the wall, and it goes up into the crowd. It's going to be a Stars free kick. 5:42 to play. If this holds, we will go to a shootout, best of 3, and then sudden death following that. That ball headed up over the glass. Long ball looking for Ramos. Ramos waits for it off the wall. Wilkin chooses to dribble out this one himself. He's going to carry over the yellow line, and he's going to get called on 5-second possession. That ball stuck up into the netting anyways, as you can see there, right above the glass.
Yeah, he kind of just ran out of options. He had an option to his right, but it didn't seem very attractive. I think it was the right decision. It was just made a little bit too late.
The previous call on the field was a 4-second keeper violation.
Cox runs over the ball. Caceres goes square for Jones. Jones assessed, and he says the safest option is to go back to Alex Caceres. Ball chipped forward towards Jamel Cox. He reads it off the wall. Cox's heel flick doesn't come off well. Amadi slowed down by Jones.
Brilliant work from Logan Jones.
Lima has Jones to his left. He goes to Ramos. Jones still continues his run. Lima with a shot. He just misses wide. He nearly hit the winner. Caceres misplays it off the wall. It's chased down well from Teixeira. That ball safe of a 3-line violation. Teixeira tries to go up the wall for Tavares. Lima back for Caceres. Mendoza forward. Lopez to his right. Mendoza put a defender on the ground. This is Correa. Back for Lopez. Stars were only playing with 4 there. One guy didn't come off the bench.
It almost worked out in the end because Logan Jones was the furthest back, and he stayed put. This made any sort of immediate counterattacking opportunity.
Jones's header for Briscoe. He flicks on. Lopez is in behind. Misa Lopez! It's a good recovery challenge from Silva. Hansen goes sliding. Jones's header. Pinal settles. Pinal trying to back down Jones. His shot back post is a great save. Ball still in danger, bouncing around. Pinal chases it down.
Luis Pirata just standing on his head. What a save once more. Job's not done. 3:15 left.
Alava with a strike. Nearly deflected in from Gerson. Trying to figure out what kind of restart we're going to get here. Gerson wants a defensive clearance out of bounds, so it goes to the top of the arc. He's not going to get that. This ball went above the netting off to the left-hand side. Utica thinks that this free kick is further ahead than it is. Timeout called on the field. 6-6. 3:12 to play in this overtime period. Tacoma Stars have seemed to have the advantage, though, in the overtime period. I wouldn't say overall this entire game Tacoma has not had the advantage. I mean, granted, no goals scored in the second quarter. Only 1 goal scored in the first quarter and the fourth quarter. Nearly all of their goals came in that amazing third quarter they put on. I'd really say Utica has outplayed Tacoma or done enough to challenge Tacoma throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, and I think whatever direction this next 3 minutes and 12 seconds goes, both teams deserve to win. I think that's just the bottom line here, and so whoever ends up on top, it's going to be a special moment. It's going to be probably an individual effort. Which side it goes to, hard to say.
3 minutes and 12 seconds are all that separates these two teams from a shootout. Perhaps we get our golden goal winner. If you had to guess right now, who's picking up the golden goal winner if this thing ends before a shootout? Who's going to go home the hero?
Lucas Lima.
Lima's going to get another?
Finish the hat trick. Left foot, obviously.
You don't want Jones on his hat trick? Here's the thing I like. Briscoe's got himself 2 assists. It'd be a real nice night if he had a goal to go with those.
Briscoe's on the field. Douglas Lima is not currently.
On the Utica side of things, does somebody add to their total, or is there a different attacker that you've seen be dangerous enough in order to score, right? We haven't seen Pinal hit the stat sheet at all tonight.
He just got involved there, and he's done such good work all night with his hold-up play and the ability to turn someone like Logan Jones and get him. If it wasn't for an amazing save by Luis Barrett, this game would have been over on Pinal's left foot. So at the end of the day, I think we see him lining up right on the top of that box on the near side of your screen when it pans back out.
Spur on the run up. He leaves it. Here's a strike from the top, and it's well wide. Still in the Stars' defensive third. Played forward. Jones is ahead. Jones has Correa. Jones is getting pulled by his shirt. Correa's in on goal. The Stars have a winner. Adrian Correa. Adrian Correa. The Tacoma Stars have an overtime winner. Jones was being pulled to the ground. Adrian Correa gets a pass. He made sure it finished off. Utica fought to the death in overtime at the ShoWare Center, and the Tacoma Stars come out on top. An incredible night. Hernandez feeds this ball down the wall. Jones is in a foot race. Correa just floats to the middle, lets this ball roll onto his right foot, and Adrian Correa nets the winner. Jones, so strong. What an ability to stay on his feet. Santos trying to rip the shirt off of his back. Utica, a well-earned point in the first of these two games. Tacoma making it impossible to try and come and play at the ShoWare Center. It's a fortress here for the Tacoma Stars. Bouncing back well off of last week's loss to Empire. This Tacoma Stars team is red hot when it comes to playing at the ShoWare. 6-1 now at home on the season. I got an idea of who Cole is headed down to the field to talk to. It's going to be the man of the hour. It's going to be Adrian Correa. He got the goal. Logan Jones got the assist. A tip of the cap to Logan. Cole might pull them both. And let's go down to the field. Let's hear from Cole. He's got Adrian and Logan next to him.
All right, gentlemen, breathe. You just won a fantastic game. Logan, let's start with you, my friend. 2 incredible goals on the night, getting the team in momentum, taking the lead. It had everything. As a leader in this organization, we talked about it with halftime with Becker, someone like yourself and the role that you play, you know, the message in halftime after a little bit of a disappointing first half. How does it feel to come out on top with this one?
It's tiring, but it feels good, man. It's a lot of work. Hats off to Utica to come across the country and have that kind of performance and kind of outwork us in the first half. It's hard to do, so hats off to them. But we had to grind back and work really hard, and once that first one goes, it starts to come. And then the second one, and the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and then the sixth, and then finally Adrian caps us off with number 7, and we end up with the win here in front of our home fans. So it was a really good night for us.
I love it. Well, Adrian, let's come to you, my friend. Game winner, 7th goal. Simple question. How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired, man. But this energy that the crowd brought us keeps us alive at the end of the game like that. So shout out to all the fans. We love you guys. Shout out to the team for working hard and Utica for making us earn it.
All right, boys, one last question. You're going to face these guys again tomorrow evening. What's the reset look like? Get some good sleep tonight. Get a good meal into you. Get a good jog and stretch in the morning. Logan, what's the plan?
We got to build on the second half. We love it here at home. We love playing in front of you guys, and it's a different kind of energy here. So we got to get back to the fans a little bit and start better in the first half. And whether I mean sitting some guys and bring some fresh legs in, adapting the game plan for how they want to play against us, we have to go back and look at the film, and we'll have something for them tomorrow.
I love it. Congratulations, you two. Looking forward to seeing you guys again here tomorrow evening. Stars on top, baby.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Logan. Thanks, Adrian. It's 7-6 after overtime. The Tacoma Stars come out on top. Don't go anywhere. We will recap tonight's game. We'll do a little preview of tomorrow night. Coming up next right here on MASL TV.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment, whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event. Enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Welcome back into the accesso ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's here. The Tacoma Stars are victorious following overtime, 7-6, an overtime win. Adrian Correa netted the game winner. Logan Jones on the assist. What a night. Logan Jones had himself a pair of goals in the game-winning assist. Let's take a look at the recap from tonight. A lot of goals to go through, and this is what opened it all up. Gerson had a penalty. The Stars were able to level it, though. It was a shot from distance. Cox was able to settle, find that ball into the back post, and then it turned. Teixeira was able to get himself a goal. Cole Stevens was able to get himself a goal. Ended up being a 3-1 lead going into halftime for Utica City. The Stars took 20 seconds to be able to get one back. That's Alex Caceres right out of halftime. Nani Mendoza assisting. That ball comes up and over the top. The Stars get one goal back there. And then Douglas Lima, back post. Jamel Cox setting him up. This one leveled the game for the first time since 0-0. It was 3-3 following the Lima goal. And then you see Logan Jones. Logan Jones comes in. He gets himself a pair of goals back-to-back within about a minute and 15 seconds of each other. Logan Jones, hats off to the kid from Auburn. I mean, incredible stuff being able to get those back-to-back. Take a look at this banger from distance. Just finds its way in, hits off the post, clips itself in. And that was Jones's first. Here's the second. Jones makes a great run. Briscoe just sets it on a platter for him. Backside, Jones goes through. Scores 5-3 at this point following this one. And then Sheeler and the run starts for Utica. Sheeler's going to have himself a goal. And then it's Stevens. Stevens levels things at 5 after that. Take a look here. There's Stevens. And then Sheeler is going to take the lead 6-5 for Utica following this Stevens goal. Backside just wide open. I mean, both these teams. But Douglas Lima at the death. Minute 55 to remaining, and Lima levels it. That's the goal that sends us to overtime. The Stars, very thankful that the post was involved tonight. Lima and Jones both hitting one off the post, and then the goal of the night. Nestor Hernandez just funnels this ball up the wall. Jones is getting his jersey ripped off his body. Correa lets this ball roll across himself, and he finds the back of the net. Incredible. Cole, thoughts on tonight?
Speechless. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Utica is going to have such a chip on their shoulder. They played out of their minds today. The Stars at the end of the day came up on top. We talked about individual moments. Logan Jones had a fantastic game. Adrian Correa, hats off to the entire team. So looking forward to tomorrow night.
These two teams face off at 5:05 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow night, Sunday, January 25th. It's the Tacoma Stars and Utica City in part 2 of the doubleheader weekend. We'll have all the action right here. You're not going to want to miss it. We will see you tomorrow night on MASL TV.
One, two, three, let's go. I see you staring, but don't want no smoke. I hear you talking, but I'm here for the show. Don't get it twisted, baby, I snatch souls. If you murder, she roll. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I see you staring, but don't want no smoke. I hear you talking, but I'm here for the show. Don't get it twisted, baby, I snatch souls. If you murder, she roll. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I see you staring, but don't want no smoke. I hear you talking, but I'm here for the show.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment, whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event. Enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Becker here, your head coach of the Tacoma Stars. We use Techie at trainings, building better players one touch at a time.